Hello future me, I hope you're behaving yourself and past me hasn't given you too many difficulties to deal with. It has been a transformational day and I will show you where I started and this is where I've ended up. So cue the title. The morning after the day before. I don't feel well. When I woke up, I was terrified to get out of bed. It's like weird, like what's scary about getting out of bed? But it just is what it is. I don't know what's going on with that. So I allowed myself to sleep in later, and when my alarm went off, I thought someone was calling me. And I was just like frozen in terror. Please go away, please go away. But then I realised it was my alarm, and then I snoozed it. And then I started feeling the kind of weird electric tingles that I get when I've stayed in bed too long. So, I'm not the first one to go through this, I won't be the last. Here's how I'm going to get out of the funk today. I'm going to set my alarm for 5 minutes and I'm going to clean for 5 minutes. I'll start with the lounge. Then I'll move to the kitchen. But after 5 minutes, I get to sit down, have a coffee, do my New York Times games, watch Sneaky Link on Netflix, a new reality show I'm watching. I've finished watching Cheat, Unfinished Business the other day. I want to talk about that at some point. Am I doing this right? Okay, it's really weird, like just getting up and talking into the camera helps. So I don't care if no one watches this, I'm gonna keep doing it. I haven't got a tripod yet, so I can't. What I'd like to do is like film myself tidying up and then speed it up. Again, people will be like, it's so boring. I don't know, I like watching stuff like that, so I'm gonna film it. I don't know if I'm talking loud enough. Anyway, this has buoyed me up a little bit, so I'm gonna put on my 5 minute timer. I'm gonna show you what the lounge looks like now, and I'm going to show you what it looks like after 5 minutes. So this is the lounge now. And I'll set my alarm for 5 minutes. Okay, so this is literally 5 minutes later. Hello, baby. Hello. I don't know how people with children deal with this illness at all. What you need to do for a cat's immediate well-being is so minimal. But then of course for their emotional well-being you want to make sure that they're stimulated, but obviously nowhere near as much as what children need. And I just feel guilty constantly that they're having to live in a house with a depressed person. I'm sorry, baby, I don't know if they pick it up. And she's so beautiful. Look at this face. Look at that face. Don't let her fool you. She can be savage. Okay, that's what I got done in 5 minutes. It's a bit tidier there. Honestly, most of it was just taking it from here to the lounge, to the kitchen, and then I just cleaned the tables. So the kitchen's going to take many more 5 minute stints. But for now, I'm going to make myself a coffee, listen to a YouTube reactor, and just chill out for. I'm going to set my alarm for 45 minutes, then I have to do another 5 minutes. These are my Kurt Geiger shoes, by the way. I bought them when I was on holiday. A little bit pricier than the normal kind of shoes I would buy, but I couldn't resist. Look how beautiful they are. And they're so comfy. They are so comfortable. So I'm hoping, as it is more than I would normally spend, I would normally go to places like Centrepoint. Yeah, Centrepoint I buy a lot of shoes at, and they fall apart quite quickly. So probably a false economy. Anyway. Do you like them? I don't care. Coffee, oat milk, take your meds. Okay, so this is the mess on one half of the kitchen that I'm going to tidy up now. I had the genius idea of bringing my ring light, which kind of, it's not a tripod, but I can hold my phone there and the angle's okay. Cue the tidy. Okay, I've got to the 5-minute time now, but I feel like I'm on a roll, so I'm going to carry on. What I was just doing there was organising the washing up. I have a system. I put the cutlery in the sink on their own, and then on top of that I put anything that needs to soak. Then I fill it up with hot water and soapy suds. I'm sure this is very interesting to you, but this is how I do it. And then whilst they're soaking, I wash the glasses, rinse them, and then once I finish the soaking bits, then I finish with the bowls and the plates. So yeah, that's how I do it. That is the first time in a long time I've washed up my glasses without breaking one. A friend of mine keeps buying me glasses because she knows I often run out, but that's because I break them. So I like to buy plastic glasses, but bless her, this friend won't stop. Hey, plastic glasses. This is what I like, especially because on my bedside table, if I leave a glass, Safi, if she wants my attention, likes to whack it off the bedside table. So with plastic, yes, the water goes everywhere, but at least it doesn't break. Top tip if you have a chaotic cat like mine. She also loves to drink out of my water glass. Even if I've just given her fresh water, she will come and find my water glass. So what I've started doing is having a separate water glass for her. Once she's drank out of that, guess what she wants to do? She wants to drink out of mine, even though there's still water in it. Bless her, I swear she knows what she's doing. You little munchkin monster. This was a present from my dad and stepmom's dog. She's called Maddie, she's beautiful. I'm running out of steam now and I've still got a pile of bowls and plates to do. But I feel like if I sat down now, I'd never get up again. So I'm going to try and power through. Come on, you can do it. And when I tell you this sink stinks, I'm going to have to bleach it after this. And you're not getting any dreamies either. And the lovely lady who looks after you when I go away always feeds you too much. So you get fat. Now, I'm not body shaming, but obesity in cats is common, especially if they don't go outside very much, or if they just go outside to lounge under the table. And I don't want to give my cat those difficulties. So no dreamies for now. She's jumped to the food cupboard. I've just noticed I've run out of space. We're on 22 minutes now. I said I was only going to do it for 5. But this is a good thing about this 5-minute thing. Once you get in the groove, you tend to like just want to power through and finish. So it's a good tip. But also, if after the 5 minutes you're really, really done, honour it. Honour your goals. Okay, clean. That took half an hour in real time. I ran out of space here, so I had to put clean dishes there, but I cleaned the sink first. That's soaking. I'm going to pour bleach down the sinkhole and edit this video. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. She's a monster, really. She's a monster. She does this. She just sits so politely by the door and stares at it. She learnt that off her big sister. Because a really weird thing happens when you stare at the door for long enough. Magic! Okay, see you in a bit, baby. Her big sister used to, when she wanted to come back in, like put her front paws there and meow at me, which was very useful for me. She will sometimes just sit silently on the other side of the door. I'll check, I'm like, oh my God, how long have you been sat there? But recently she's learned to like hit the door a bit with her paw. So. Okay, you enjoy the sweaty humidity. Okay, quick cuddle, then I'm going to jump in the shower. Oh. She's stuck to me. And she's going to bite me if I... Yeah, see? I told you, she's savage. Sophie, get... I'm trying to get your claw off me. I know. Baby. Ah. Retract the claws. Retract the death blades. Just... Sophie, out! There we go. You monster! I literally cannot believe the difference in my mood and energy levels now I've done that. And I don't think I would have gone through it's trauma. I don't think I would have done all of that if I wasn't filming this and then feeling like getting creative and cutting bits and like if you're watching this or future me, take note, like even if you don't want to upload it anywhere, even if you just want to make a little video for yourself, it really, really has helped me a lot. And this is the fine line of being kind to yourself when you have a mental illness like this. There's a fine line between being too hard on yourself and being, I guess I'd say, too easy on yourself. Yesterday I decided I did a few things and then I decided, look, I have to leave other things to future me, okay? And then, yeah, I have to keep myself accountable to that. Now, it's not always possible like that. This, I'm gonna call it a little blip, a little slump, which might not be over. I get all really optimistic when I kind of come out of it for a bit and I'm like, yes, everything's gonna be fine, always. My skin is awful, I need to do some skincare. And this ring light, I think, really brings out like the sun damage. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, this hasn't been a severe blip. There have been times where this wouldn't have been possible at all. Whether I did the 5-minute trick or not, whether I was filming myself or not, like it just would not have been possible. But if you're going through a period where it's possibly possible, just give it a go. Just try it. One thing at a time, 5 minutes at a time. And you know what? It might have been that I did the lounge and I couldn't cope with anything else that day, and that would be okay. I tried, but like I say with that 5-minute trick, it often does help you just keep going, keep going, keep going. Now I can moisturise up here. I've just been able to have a shower where I could fully wash my face rather than just down here. And that feels really refreshing. My eyebrows are looking pretty good, I think. So, the friend who's really good at eyeshadow, I'm going to meet a little bit later. And I would like to have a go at doing something a bit more than what I normally do. But we'll start off with the base. Well, I think wherever you live, you're supposed to put SPF on. I never did when I lived in the UK, which is probably why I've got so much sun damage. But now I do. I know it's dirty, but this is Supergoop from Sephora, matte sunscreen. So it doubles up as a primer. And I really like it. And I can't remember how much it was. It's Sephora, so it's not cheap, but it does last a long time. And I know some people who use just normal sun cream under their makeup. And I don't know how they do that. I think it feels horrible. I think it makes me break out. No. So I like to get SPFs that are made specially for your face. I still have some things I need to do in preparation for Vietnam. Like I said on another video, I borrowed an iron and an ironing board from a friend. Now I've got another friend who abhors ironing. And it's like she's taken almost a personal offence that I'm going to iron things, and she's giving me lots of tips of how I can get away with not ironing things. And she said, but you're going to be putting your clothes in a suitcase, so what's the point? And I said, yes, but the hotel that I'm going to doesn't have an iron and an ironing board. They have a pool and a gym, but they don't give you iron and ironing boards. I need to be looking there, I keep forgetting. They don't give you iron and ironing boards. They don't give you iron and ironing boards in the room. So I have messaged them just to double check that they hadn't just left that off the website. I'm really breaking out. on my nose, on my forehead. It's fine, it's fine. And also, someone once, it was an ex actually, taught me, it was the ex I went to America with after the wedding was called off. I can't remember whether I've talked about that yet. I don't think I have. It's a story for another day. He saw the way I packed and he repacked for me. A little bit controlling maybe, but I actually appreciated it. He showed me how to roll the clothes, which reduces the amount of creasage. So I was like, right, well, I was planning on doing that. It won't be perfect. And she said, don't iron. Just when you get to the hotel, put your shower on really hot so it creates steam, and hang your clothes up there and the wrinkles will drop out. So I don't know. I could do all three, couldn't I? I can wait for the response from the hotel, I could iron, and I could do the steaming thing. It's just these linen and cotton things that I've got, they just look absolutely terrible when they've got creases. Like, you can't really get away with it. Like this top, it's cheesecloth, I think. But because it's, you see, it's like got this crinkle effect, it doesn't matter if it's a bit creased. And the creases do tend to drop out of this. Maybe it's got a bit of poly, I think cotton. So yeah, I don't know right now. I have to go to the pharmacy to pick up some more medication. Sometimes I forget when I'm going away, oh, you're going to need this much. I also have to be careful to keep them in the box and have a copy of a prescription, because sometimes going into some countries, they will ask you, they will question you. So if you just have a lot of loose blister packs just lying around your suitcase, that could potentially be an issue. Right. Okay, what are we gonna do? What do I think of this? I need to get a tissue to clean the mirror. Okay, my eyebrows look better on camera than they do in the mirror. They look darker on camera. Well, actually, when I get close to it. I think I might still, I think I've got pencil. I'd like to get just powder, just to like, just gently go over the top, just to make them a little bit darker, especially because when I put the powder on, it covers it up a bit. Okay, but we'll do that last. Right, let's do some eyeshadow. Let's do something bright. Try and cheer ourselves up a bit. Have I got my Hoola? Is it Hoola or Huda? Huda Beauty. This is old, this. Okay, so you can see the ones that I've favoured. So I think what I'll do is do a base with that. And then, oh, I don't know, like try and go in with this and then put glitter in the middle. But I don't know whether my friend would be like, no, you need something with depth. Maybe that. She knows, like she knows all the tones and what goes together. I don't. We'll start off with this base and let's see. So these are the brushes that my friend got me. Real Techniques. I love Drama Set. I don't love, well actually I do love drama, but not if I'm involved. I love reality television drama. Oh my gosh, I have to talk about Cheat Unfinished Business, but I would rant about that for such a long time. I think that has to be a video on its own. Okay, so I think, so these are the brushes. This one, I think that might be like for all over. There's this fine one. I'm not sure what that's for. Because there's another fine one with a bend. I'm not sure what that's for either. This, don't know what that's for. And I think that's, oh, that's like, actually it tells you like a compacty thing. This is called an Instapop crease, dense Brussels for seamless precision blending. One of these is a wing liner. It's got little numbers on it, I think. Oh my gosh, that's small. 351. This is tight liner. Provides ultimate precision of eyeliners to waterline with unique angled head. So this is the wing liner. Create a defined wing with ease using liquid or gel liner for a buildable natural eye look. Won't be using that. So this is the blending brush, I think. It should say 320 on it. Yep. This is the blending brush. Long tapered bristles, blur powder shadows in the crease of the eye. So you use the Instapop crease. It says the Instapop crease is for blending from the crease of the eye to the lid. And this is the crease of the eye to add depth to your look. Try using this with your darkest shadow. And this is a lash definer. Oh, you're supposed to put it on after mascara. It removes excess mascara and provides defined length. I'm a bit scared of putting something like that close to my eyeball. Okay, right. So I can't remember what I'm doing now. I'm going to, I don't know. I'm just going to use this. This is the 320 blending brush. And I'm going to go for this one. And I'm just going to see what happens. It might just look ridiculous and I might end up taking it off. I think my friend said to do this. Okay. It's not making a huge difference, but I guess it's just providing a little bit of a base so it just smooths it out a bit. God, my skin looks awful. But then I have been in a slump, I have been eating junk food, and I've not been exercising. All of that has an impact. All of that has an impact on your skin. Probably not been drinking enough water either. Okay. So yeah, so it's like more matte. Put it on the other side as well. So what else do I need to do for Vietnam? Of course I've got to pack. So I need to make a list of what I'm packing. I did actually order a tripod which is supposed to come today, so maybe I'll be able to set that up so I can film myself packing. I feel like when I'm filming, oh, I need to be looking there. I feel like when I'm filming, I'm not alone. I don't know who I'm talking to, or myself really, aren't I? But yeah, it makes me feel less alone. But Greta Garbo famously said, "I wish to be alone." Meh. Right, okay, I'm scared now. I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with this at the crease and God wish me luck. I'm sure you're bothered about this. I'm sure there's not other things that you need to be paying attention to right now in the world. Oh, I know. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It is going right into the crease, which I suppose is what I want. And then I guess I'll use that other brush to blend it. Gosh, I've really noticed in the past year a difference in my skin firmness. You lose a lot of collagen. I think into your 40s, it really starts to make a difference. Like the drag on my eyelid. But as oh my gosh, maybe I'm a bit dehydrated. As I've said in another video, it is an absolute, there's glitter on this, oh, We'll keep going, we'll keep going. Getting to this age is an absolute privilege. There was a time, and I wasn't alone with this, a friend of mine said to me the same thing. I didn't think I was going to last very long. That will have been in my late teens to early 20s. And I wish I could go back in time and tell her how wonderful your life was going to be. Because I know that I have this issue still with my mental illness, and I know I go through hard times, but mental illness aside, I do have a wonderful life. That brush has clearly still got some glitter from something else that I've done. But I don't have a brush cleaner. I could use the tissue. Where's the tissue gone? Yeah. Blend, blend. Is that what it's supposed to look like? Don't know what my friend's gonna think. I think I need to do a little bit more on the lid. I'm gonna try that. Just talk amongst yourselves. Blend, blend. Can't believe how much my mood has changed. Brain is such a weird thing. But I can't be lulled into a false sense of security. Right. I'm going to do that thing that I see people do, because I've done this one eye and I'm going to do the same on the other eye before I go in with a glittery one that I've not chosen yet. So I'm going to do this. Ta-da! I actually think that looks quite nice. And it's all about what one thinks of oneself, isn't it? Well, to a degree. Like, yeah, what you look like, that's your personal thing. But you can't go around being a D-I-C-K. You can't go around being a D-I-C-K and just be like, well, I'm the only one that matters. But when it comes to how you look, I think you do you. You do what you want to do. Right, which one shall I go for? Obviously, I don't use those two as much. I've used that one and that one. Why is it dark all of a sudden? Has it gone dark? Have I turned this down? No. Is it just me? Am I going mad? I feel like I can see a shadow. Ooh. What happens when you tilt it up and down? Whatever. Right. I think I'm going to go for the lighter one. In the past, I've used my fingers, but I've got long nails now. But I've seen people use their fingers with long nails. I'll give it a go. I shall give it a go. Oh, I'm poking myself in the eye. God, how do people do this with long fingernails? That's pretty. Now, I've watched lots of videos like this, and you can just see what they've done so much better than what I can see in this camera. Maybe it's the quality of the ring light. Maybe you're supposed to have ones that, because I've definitely seen in the reflection of people's eyes, the ring. Maybe you're supposed to have one with a ring. Maybe this isn't a very good one, but hey ho, I'm a beginner. My hands are filthy now. I mean, it's subtle. It's less subtle than the makeup I've been doing recently. because I've not been using eyeshadow. So you can see it much better in this mirror. Anyway, we move. That's what Self Love Live says. I know, I keep fangirling over Self Love Live, but I just think she's great. And she has got me through her video, not her personally, obviously, I don't know. But her videos have got me through some really bad times. Like, when I've been scared to get out of bed, I just would play her videos and it would help me get up and get around. Like, one of the hardest things to do sometimes when you're feeling really depressed is get into the shower. There's something about removing your clothes. It's like you feel too vulnerable. And I guess that's one of the reasons why you end up living day after day after day after day in the same clothes. To take off all your clothes and be in your natural glory, even on your own, because obviously there's no one watching you, it was just so hard. So I remember messaging her once, commenting on a video, and said, I think I said something like, having you with me when I'm in the shower really helps. I think she did. And I said, not in a weird way. She did something, like she reacted to it like a heart or a lol or something like that. Right, I'm gonna, oh, sugar. Oh, I don't know whether I want to do this. I went in with this too fast without thinking about it. I could use my pencil eyeliner. That might be better. But I've started now. I've started, so I'll finish. If you were going to go on Mastermind, what would be your topic? Once upon a time, I don't have a topic now. Once upon a time, it would have been Friends. Friend of mine and myself have been obsessed with Friends in the past. Actually, 2 friends of mine, but one friend still has the love for it and we still talk about it. But like, I used to know absolutely everything. You could give me a screenshot, and I would know what episode, what series, what was going on. I'd probably know the dialogue. I was once on holiday in France and we were staying in a ski chalet with other people. And there were a couple of girls that were similar to our age, like I was maybe 14, 15. And we'd watch telly, but they only had French. They didn't have English telly. So for some reason we would watch it anyway. And the Friends episode came on. And it was the one where, I would have known the title of it at the time. I can't remember what the proper title was. But it's the one where the duck eats the engagement ring. The duck eats Ross's wedding ring. Yeah, the wedding ring. And Chandler and Joey and Ross all blamed the stripper who Joey slept with that night, but it was the duck that swallowed it. And what's happening with the girls is that Phoebe's heavily pregnant with her brother's babies, and she's really hating pregnancy at that moment. So they throw her a baby shower and realise they can't buy her clothes for the babies because she's not going to get to keep them. So they have this brilliant idea, and I think it's a really good idea, to buy her things that she can use after, like leather pants and I think a bottle of gin or something, which she hates, and she gets really, really angry. And then it turns out she's just so upset that she's not going to get to keep the babies. And then they comfort her and all of this. Anyway, I don't know why I had to summarise the episode. I sat there and translated it for everybody. And afterwards, one of the girls said to my sister, "Wow, your sister's really good at French." Oh, I just knew every single word of the episode. And it wasn't just the episodes I knew everything about. I knew like all the facts, all the trivia. So if I had gone on to Mastermind with that topic, it would have been a slam dunk. Absolute slam dunk. Later in life, I became a bit of an expert on horror films I ended up doing my PhD on sort of on horror films. A little bit more complicated than that. Genres are not always very as easy to define, especially when you get into the minutiae and you like academically and stuff like that. So yeah, there was a time where I probably could have done quite well with horror films, although that's a very, very broad genre, so I might have had to have narrowed it down. But anyway. It looks quite nice. I'm not going to use blusher today. Or, yeah, blush. This one that I used the other day. It had a tin. Oh, it's in here. Nude sticks. So, is that, it's called bareback. I think that's the name of the colour. Is Nude Stick the brand name? But then it says nudies all over face colour. You're going to put it all over your face. Or do they mean like you can put it on your lips, you can put it here, I wouldn't put that on my lips. Would I? No, I don't think. I'm going to put some lipstick on. Exciting. Oh, that wasn't as satisfying as I thought it was going to be. Right. Highlighter. What's I talking about? Friends. Oh no! My highlighter's got to the point where it's breaking. Right, I'm going to have to treat myself to some new highlighter. Maybe at the airport tomorrow. Because I'm not going to carry this around. Oh no, but it's got my contouring powder in it. Oh, maybe I'll treat myself to some new contouring powder. Maybe I'll get a stick. I've never had a stick one before. Only ever used powder. I think I'm right in that it's called contouring powder. It makes sense. It's powder and you use it to contour, so. Ugh. Yes, ladies, even at 40 you get breakouts. It's not just a teenage thing. I need some new mascaras. Oh, I could do a makeup. Well, it wouldn't really be a haul, would it? Mascara, highlighter, contour. Because I don't want to just spend money needlessly, because I am saving up to go to Australia next summer. Because my closest friend here decided to leave me and go off with her husband to Australia. She's been here the entire time that I've been here, and that's been 5 years, and we were very close. And it's very sad that she's gone. So I told her, well, first chance I get, I'm gonna come and ambush you. I'm gonna come and visit you. It's very expensive to get there. So I need to save up for that. And so I was concerned about deciding to spend money to go and see my brother in Vietnam. However, I haven't seen him for a year and I want to see him. So I decided to spend the money. You can't take it with you. And I have time to save up for Australia. I probably won't be, well, I know I'm not going to be flying back. Well, never say never. You're fairly certain I'm not going to fly back to the UK this Christmas. I'm hoping my parents can come and visit me. I need some more tissues. Okay. Oops. And then there's the March holiday that I generally every year, except for a COVID year, go back, and the flights are much cheaper as well to go back then. But this is the issue. By the March holiday, things at school have gotten crazy busy. It's a huge pinch point, and it goes on for a long time. I'm going to have to stop talking once of these. And so spending your holiday, it's a 2-week holiday, flying, seeing lots of people that you want to see, of course you do, but it's exhausting. And then I get back and I don't really feel like I've had a rest. So I'm thinking of not going back then either. And then the next summer, I want to go to Australia. And I'm not very good at being away from home and away from Safi for long periods of time. I know I've moved halfway across the world, but I am a homebody. Like, I make my home and I like to be in it. So I could go to UK first for like just a week and then go to Australia. But going to Australia, it's so far, you kind of... Oh, this thing popped up and said I didn't have enough storage for this video. So I had to go and delete loads of stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, if you go to Australia, God, my skin just looks absolutely awful in this light. Absolutely. It doesn't look as bad in this mirror. Anyway, you don't want to go for like... I'd want to go for 3 weeks. That's a month away from home. And I'm not very good at that. Oh, do you know what I forgot I had? I forgot I have lip liner. And that might make my lips pop a little bit more. Where's my sharpener? I'm getting hungry now. It's, I think, 12:30, 1 o'clock. I've not had anything to eat yet. Just, I guess, all my energy and my mind. What is this, by the way? This is Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. Crayon à lèvres longue tenue. That was French. It's called Manic. How apt. Okay, I like a really defined Cupid's bow. Talking what she tells. Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer that. Really, I hurt. Oh, crikey. I did that one. I have really noticed a difference in my skin condition, really. And I've not been moisturising at night. I've not been cleansing properly. I've not been hydrating properly. And it all makes a difference. Right, I love these. I've got 2 of these. I've got one in bright red as well. NYX Shine Loud. This one is called Movie Maker. You can see the colour. And this one is called On a Mission. I do love that, but I tend to only use that for nights out. If I'm going... I don't go... I hate clubbing. Oh my gosh. I've hated clubbing for well over a decade. When I say go out at night, it's like a nice dinner somewhere. Anyway, it comes with the lipsticky bit, and that dries and it stains. Oh my gosh, it's hard to get off. So you wake up the next morning and it's still there, even if you've tried to wash it off. And then you put this glossy bit over the top. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like that a lot, I do. I like that a lot. You see, I need some new mascara because it's not popping enough. Put another layer on, but I think it's practically empty. Maybe I could use that thing that looks a bit like a torture device. I think I'll leave it for today. Okay. Okay. that is done. Can't be bothered to dry my hair. I think I'll just leave it up in a clip. I want it like a little bit higher up than that. I think I'm going to wear my vet jewellery. But let's get some earrings as well. Whoops, the daisy. My vet jewellery is here. When I say vet jewellery, the jewellery that I bought, the money goes to the charity that doesn't look any different to what I did before. The jewellery goes to help the stray cats. So they'll do things like they'll neuter them so they stop procreating all the time, and they obviously feed them and take care of them if they need medicine, things like that. There just aren't enough people that want cats to home all these stray cats, which is why they neuter them, to try and stop the population from snowballing. Anyway, I'm going to get my earrings. As I'm getting my earrings, I'll just show you my outfit. I could have found a way to put it on my ring light, but I can't be bothered, so I'll just film it like this. These are the trousers that I bought from Lulu. Some vest top, I don't know where I got it from. This shirt is one of my favourites from Marks and Spencer's. It's just so comfy. And when I go out, I will wear my trusty Kurt Geigers, because I think it makes you look like you've made a bit of an effort when you haven't. They're just really comfy sliders. Okay, I decided to go for my go-tos. So I think it's real gold, I'm not sure. But they're very high quality. I got them from Harvey Nichols, I can't remember what brand. So at my old school in the UK, when I was leaving, I made it very clear that for my leaving gift, I wanted shopping vouchers. So they came through, and they gave me enough for me to be able to get these very beautiful earrings. I can't get them in. There we go. And the hamster hand. I was never into gold before I moved to the Middle East. This one's a hard one to get through because this hole is bigger than your average hole. Because when I was a goth, I had it stretched. I'm gonna have to do this in the stand-up mirror. Yeah, I had one of them stretcher things. Can't remember how, I didn't do it that big, thank goodness, because that gets to the point where they just won't shrink down. That's as small as it'll shrink down, because it's been well over a decade since I stopped wearing the stretcher. Yeah, so before I moved to the Middle East, I wasn't into gold, but I think it's something to do with the sun. And obviously gold is very popular here, and I suppose when you're surrounded by something all the time, but I love it now. Now, this doesn't go because this is silver, but who cares? This is a ring that I bought in Cambodia 2 years ago when I was going to see my little brother. I did buy another beautiful ring, but I need to get something that helps it stay on, because I got them big because your hands swell up in this heat, but I also have lost a bit of weight since then, so this still fits okay, but that one just comes off. If I wore it outside in the height of summer, if I've been outside for a long time, it would fit because my fingers would swell up enough, but I need to get, I'm sure there's something you can, anyway. Okay. So that's it. So the change from this morning to now is incredible. I need to be, what's the word? Don't get too overexcited. There might be some difficulties still. Just be aware. But this is a huge win today. This is a huge win. And I think part of it is because of what past me has done. And so past me, I am proud of you for yesterday. Wasn't a perfect day by any means, but I think you laid the foundations for today, which has gone so much better so far. So, future me, I hope I've made you proud, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.